Hey Terry, it's just me, Jeff. I was gonna try to write you a letter or whatnot, but my talk to text and voice stuff isn't working right. First off, I want to apologize to you for the text message that I sent you over New Year's Day. You know, I understand you took it the wrong way, but I thought we were also close enough friends you knew I'd be joking or not. Terry, you're a great guy, but you take things very too literally sometimes. You get too involved and you take things too personally in everything you do. And you know, that's what's great about you. But on the other hand, you have to understand, when you react to somebody or you overreact to somebody and you don't expect a response in return because you're just assuming you're friends with that person and they're gonna... Terry, you can't have things one way and not go the other. I am your friend. I will always be your friend. And the whole point of my text on New Year's Eve, on the next day, was because what you did was very rude and very wrong. And what you said and what you did, you know, you were trying to hurt me so that I would understand your viewpoint or your way of thinking. So for you to basically turn what I said to you, that was the whole point. My whole point was, this is what overreacting does. This is how people feel. So, you know, if you keep having it come at you and come at you and come at you, after a while, it's just annoying and gets old. After a while, it's... First, it starts out, oh my God, then it starts out funny. Then it just gets old. Terry, your friends quit talking to you like normal friends because you overreact to every one of their things. Hold on. Pause. Anyway, as I was saying, I would never wish any harm or ill will upon you. And I'm sorry that you took text messaging as in, oh my God, you wish bodily harm me. No, I never wished bodily harm on you, never would. If I wanted to wish bodily harm on somebody, I wouldn't talk about it. I would just do it. And you're a friend of mine. And since you overreacted to me, I overreacted to you because you didn't call me up to ask me what was going on. Instead, you wanted to insult my business. And it also offended me that you talked down on my business more than one or two times. You gotta understand, this is what I do for a living, and I've helped a lot of people. But we are the legal system. And even though the legal system, you know, we're not perfect, we're still the best thing there is out there right now. And I love what I do, and I love being able to help people. Now, I understand that you're behind a truck all the time, and I understand that you drive a truck. But I also understand that, you know, you spend a lot of time thinking, so do I. And you have to understand, if you weren't a friend of mine, I would never give you that time of day. I don't give people I don't like the time of day. And to basically throw it off on trying to blame Crystal or trying to blame one of your ex-girlfriends, I'm not. That was strictly between you and I. And for you to even go to Crystal or even show anybody what I wrote, you know, that was kind of a slap in the face to you. Because, yeah, they might judge me a little differently since you only showed them bits and pieces of what you want them to see, but I showed them also. And, you know, when you sit there saying they weren't liking that, no, they did. And they understood where I came from. You're the only one that didn't. And the reason why you didn't understand where I was coming from is because you didn't want to call me up and say, what the heck is going on here? Instead, you jumped to conclusions, you overreacted, and you do that a lot with people. And, you know, my whole point behind that, there was a meaning, and you didn't get the meaning. You didn't understand the point. All you saw was, oh my God, I have a friend that, you know, no, Terry. That's overreacting to something that is not justified. You see, when I didn't give you the extra $200 out of the $400 was because I went and I asked the people that fish with you, and they'd suggest that I not give anything. You gotta understand, I put money into both of your vehicles when I had my name put on there. I had to pay for my own name on the boat. You know, I paid for the sweatshirts and everything else. And then on top of that, you know, I made sure to get your boat recognition. I made sure, and that was all fine and dandy. And if you think for a minute that I didn't think about all this stuff, It's because you take things so personally. You take things so literally. You cannot separate business from pleasure. For some reason, you're unable to do that. And we understood that a long time ago. So I just went and asked your fishing partners. And it's funny because they don't want to talk business with you. They don't want to talk serious with you because they know you cannot handle or react to situations the proper way. But you got to understand, that's also what we love about you. But on the other hand, you know, when it's time to get things done, you don't handle things in a professional manner. Now, yeah, sure, you probably quit listening to this by now because you don't want to hear the truth about stuff. You don't want to hear the facts that go along with everything. But the fact is, I am a friend, and I've seen lots and lots. Now, do I treat you like one of my military buddies that I normally would? Yeah. I'm not going to treat you any different. I'm not going to change the way I treat somebody because you got emotionally hurt. You have to understand that sometimes you just need to hear the truth. And the truth is, you're a good guy with a big heart. And the truth is, you have people in your life that take advantage of you. You have people in your life, but then you have other people that try to convince you that others are taking advantage of you, when actually they just don't want to hear about it. They don't want to deal with the drama. I mean, you're in your 50s now. You know, I mean, there's not much else anybody can say. And you know, I'm going to send this because you haven't talked to me. You don't want to talk to me because you didn't want to hear what the truth was. You didn't want to hear somebody coming right back at you, you know, because it was the only way to get you to listen. Literally, the only way to get you to listen. And yeah, you might have been crying, and yeah, you might have been all emotional about it and everything else. But you've got to understand that if I was anybody different, I wouldn't have cared. I would have been like, fine, do whatever you want to do. The fact is, I do care, and I care about my friends, and I put forth 110% into my friendship with people. When they accused you of everywhere from sexual harassment and everything else, I would have pulled every little thing out in order to freaking make sure to protect you, because what they did was wrong and what they were saying was wrong. But for them, or for anybody to turn it back on me, because then it turned out it was everything I was saying. So, one of the things that I did in the Marine Corps, and one of the things that you probably never once sat back to realize, is I do a lot of listening. And I also can find people's most vulnerable spots. And if I have to attack it so that they never get hurt, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. And yes, words can very much hurt people, and I know that. But you're forgetting your words hurt too. And when you start attacking me for things that you know nothing about, or for things that you're assuming are going on, or for things, you got to ask yourself, who's wrong in that? You attacking me, or me for basically defending myself and making it very clear you need to stop and you need to call and listen. At any time you could have called me. At any time you could have. I don't take things personally. I don't take things hard. I take things the way they are. I take things the way they're meant to be. And with you, you go back and forth with your emotions. Now, did any of that imply or attend to Crystal? No. But for you and for her to even think that it would apply to her was wrong. If I'm going to go after Crystal, I will do my own damage, and I will actually say what I need to say to her. But what I tell people, I mean. So texting people, I don't really care about texting, because half the time it's just talk to text. But I'll keep going until they understand. Terry, you're a good man with a good heart. And you're a friend of mine, and I love you to death. I think the world of you. I'm sorry that it came to a point that the people you think are friends can no longer trust you with their thoughts or their actions, because they just don't want to deal with it, or they're too busy getting drunk, or they're too busy in their own little worlds to let you know. They're tired of arguing with you. They're tired of fighting with you. And you're right, you're going to go back to them and you're going to ask them all, and they're going to put up a bit, but that's not the truth, and you know it. You know it because, like I said, you got to ask yourself, how many times do you talk to them? How many times, what do you guys all talk about? Oh my God, you showed them something. They're all about Terry. It's all about Terry. But then when you're gone, they could have cared less. They just agreed with you because it was your emotional day. I'm here to let you know that you're a great man. You're a great friend. And, you know, if you want real friends in your life, if you want good friends in your life, you need to start treating people like friends. Don't treat people like they're the enemy. In your world, everybody's the enemy unless they are doing something for you. You know, one of the things I learned a long time ago is people will take advantage of you in a heartbeat if you're not careful. If you're not truthful and upfront with them, you know what? People are going to be your friends no matter what you say, no matter what you do and do. And they know when you're joking around with them. They know when you're just being pissy and being like, you know what an idiot. And New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day, sorry. Yeah, I was being an idiot because you were being an idiot. I just made sure that you knew it. Sorry, it's what I do. I'm pretty good at it. That doesn't mean I hate you. That doesn't mean I dislike you in any way, shape, or form. It only means that you're a friend of mine and I actually care enough to take the time out of my day. Think about it. I lost time out of my day making sure to send that stuff, which was funny. And it doesn't matter. Am I sorry I sent it? Yeah, because it upset you and you took it the exact wrong way. Am I mad I sent it? No. It got the point across. And whether or not you want to be my friend or not, quite frankly, I am your friend, so it doesn't really matter what you think, because friends do that kind of stuff. Now, would I ever harm a hair on your head? Heck no. Would I ever harm a hair on your son's head or anybody else's? No. That's not who I am. But I can tell you what, I can act like a drill instructor in a heartbeat, and I can put the hurt down on anybody at any time just by words. Just showing somebody how bad words can hurt, and when you talk behind people's back, and when you say negative things or talk bad about somebody's business or business dealings, you know, my goal is to make sure that you understand that when you started talking bad about my business, because you didn't get something you wanted or because you didn't understand something you wanted, that I'm going to react. And when you thought that I did something that would be distasteful in yours, nope. And in fact, the problem is, it wasn't even you, it was Alan that basically went ahead and said something to you when I told him to hold off so I could get all the paperwork done right, because I was doing everything by the computer at the time and I had to do a bunch of paperwork. So what did he do? He decided to overreact and everything else. So you're becoming more of a person. You're becoming better of a person. You're starting to see the way things really are out there. I don't care if you're 50 or 15. You're a good man with a good heart. You deserve the best. But you also need to understand that a real friend is somebody that's going to basically tear you down, build you right back up. Okay? It's like brothers, you know? You fight, but you got each other's back. And yeah, I will tear somebody down in a heartbeat, but I'll also call them up when I need them. I'll also be there when they need me. And if I'm the reason for their problems, I will explain what's going on. You're a good man, Terry. And you deserve the best. You know, I mean, I can't control who you date, what you date, or what you do. But I can make you sure as heck make sure that you're thinking. You know, that's what friends do. Make us think about our actions and what we have going on. So, anyway, I'll talk to you later, buddy. Bye.